in this mayoral election is centered on the issue of education. Whether one argues that schools are moving in the right direction or not, we should all agree that the schools in the city need to improve. Across the country, we see cities engaging in innovative practices in their school that research has shown to increase educational achievement, such as changing school start times for high schools and increasing the length of the school day. Other cities have invested in programs outside of the school to help improve educational achievement, such as universal preschool and early language and reading programs. What can the mayor of New Bedford do, aside from making the schools a financial priority, to support those in our schools, the students, the teachers, and the administrators who come to school each day ready to do their best? Furthermore, what will you do to ensure that all students enter our school system and come to school each day ready to learn?
Well, the most important thing is to be able, again, to work with the groups, the different groups, and that is teachers, parents, students. We need to start showing a little more respect in New Bedford towards our teachers and also with our parents. They need to be more engaged. We need a mayor who will sit down with the teachers and the parents. We need to bring back more after-school activity. You know, I know that UMass Dartmouth is involved with a lot of mentoring and tutoring. I think we need to expand that to a lot of the other universities in the area. We need to have people involved with the students, helping them understand how important it is to stay in school. You know, I came from a family whose parents are immigrants, and my parents didn't speak English, but they always knew to go to school to speak with the teachers to find out how well we were doing. And again, as mayor, you need to be able to work with different types of people in the school committee. It just amazes me how disrespectful people have been towards teachers. And let me reiterate that since the superintendent and the mayor have started their transformation of the school system, we have lost 405 people. That is teachers, custodians, principals, assistant superintendents. That's too many people, and when you lose that, your institutional knowledge goes out the door. So as, again, mayor, you need to be able to sit down with different groups and discuss what is needed for the students, including teachers and parents.
Thank you. Now I'll repeat the question for Mayor Mitchell. Much of the focus in this mayoral election is centered on the issue of education. Whether one argues that schools are moving in the right direction or not, we should all agree that schools in the city need to improve. What can the mayor of New Bedford do, aside from making the schools a financial priority, to support those in our school, the students, the teachers, and the administrators who come to school each day ready to do their best? Furthermore, what will you do to ensure that all our students enter our school system and come to school each day ready to learn?
Well, there's a lot that's been done, and there's a lot that we're doing, and there's a lot that will be done. When I got into office, our school system was sliding toward state receivership. And for those of you who, including my opponent, who have any doubt about that, asked some of the school committee members at the time. I mean, Larry Finnerty may be here, Marlene Pollock, John Fletcher, just ask them. It's in the newspaper, it's all there. I decided to make some tough decisions, including changing the leadership in the district, because the last thing that this city needed was to have a school system taken over by the state, like other cities had. And that's what we did. We made the tough decisions, we moved forward, we put new leadership in place, we put plans in place. The Accelerated Improvement Plan is right on the city's website, it's on the school department's website, it's all there, and it focuses on doing exactly what the question raises, which is supporting teachers in their professional development and supporting students who need whatever their needs are in a customized way, whether they are special ed students, students who are not keeping up, or students who are accelerating, as the case may be. That's what it's all about. It's about what happens in the classroom. And so there has been an awful lot of work in the last few years pursuant to that plan. We have changed the way the front office works. It was a place that was unresponsive for years. It's responsive now. It functions in a way that supports what happens in the classroom. The curriculum has changed. It's being pushed down into the classroom in a very clear and organized way now. The system is more responsive to parents than ever before. Its finances are on the right track. So for anybody who has any doubts about whether the school system is making headway, just look at what the state says. Right here, just a few weeks ago, city schools are on the right track. And for all of you naysayers who say, no, it's not happening, they're on the right track. You can find this on the internet if you'd like.
Thank you. And now we'll allow Ms. Chiesa 1 minute for rebuttal.
Well, newspapers are not the arbiter of how well education is in New Bedford. It's the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. And again, we're at the bottom of the list. So I beg to differ, Mayor. We can do better. We have to bring back respect to teachers in the schoolroom. There are many teachers out here who are afraid to open up and talk about what's really going on in the classrooms. We need to give them more help in the classroom. Bring back the paraprofessionals that were in there helping them. Well, the same thing with parents. We need to bring parents back into the school, support them, teach them how to teach their children. New math, what is that? How can a parent teach their child the new math when they themselves don't know how to do it? So again, it's about leadership, and it's about giving respect back to where it's due, and that's back in the classroom with teachers.
So,
Thank you, Mayor Mitchell. You have a minute?
Yeah, so on the issue of respect for teachers, as the son of 2 retired public school teachers, I have enormous respect for those professionals. I have since I was a kid, I do now, and I do so much that I send my kids to the public school system here in New Bedford because I believe in what they're doing in the classroom. That's point 1. Point 2, yes, you're right, the arbiter is the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and here's what they said in that article. They said, this is Laura Rashane from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education speaking to the school committee. This is definitely representing progress, referring to the latest progress report. And the state report that they issued was based on the accelerated improvement plan for the school system, which includes objectives broken down into 9 goals. 4 of those goals have already been met, and there's been substantial progress toward 5 others. The state, the final arbiter that you just mentioned, is saying we're on the right track.